Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. Okay, so back in ETS2, and in the last episode we picked up these Mercedes. We're in France at the moment, and yeah, we're not too far away from the delivery point, I don't think. So let's sort all this out and have some lights on, and let's get going. So I think it's 11 ton, it said. Yeah, 45 minutes away, and yeah, I think it's about 11 ton, so let's just let them go and let's go for it. Yes, I hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a good one. Yeah, and in the last one I was saying about people who yeah, take up the whole lay-by, and I was parked up in one before, and someone, oh, I've pressed the wrong button, there and that. Yeah, someone had parked really awkwardly. I'd managed to squeeze in, but yeah, it was a little bit tight, and so another lorry driver couldn't quite make it. So you probably would have been able to get 3.5 lorries in that lay-by, but just me and him in there, it was full up. And yeah, a tipper driver pulled up and just stopped next to a truck and was shouting at him, and yeah, then he had to move it, and yeah, obviously, my goodness, what's going on here then? Yeah, we're alright. Yeah, obviously you've got to be a little bit careful about moving your truck because of tacho, so it's best to just yeah, park right first time. If you hit a traffic cone, the ones we have in the UK, in a lorry, if you just run it over at the side, it flings it bloody miles. It was actually quite funny how I found that out. So, yeah, I was up, I think I was near Manchester, and there were some people doing roadworks, or they closed a lane off, and yeah, there's no way. Right, that's a Renault dealer, so let's just unlock that quickly. So I'll just drive up here a little bit. Yeah, it's going to reroute us anyway. Yeah, and I could tell that there's no way the lorry would have fitted through. And I shouted out that they're going to have to move some of them cones back a little bit. And he said, no, you'll fit through there, mate. And I thought, well, I won't, but you said it, and it's not going to cause any damage to my truck. So I went, yep, all right. And I drove through right up against the curb one side, and I was just popping these cones at what felt like about 60 miles an hour across into their yeah, closed lane buggers. Yeah, it could almost be a sport. Right, so yeah, we didn't actually need to come down. My goodness, come down here, but we've unlocked that. So I didn't actually notice that that was a speed bump. The physics mod, I'm in reverse. The physics mod that I've got isn't that great by the looks of it, going over these speed bumps. Right, let's try that again.
Turn right.
That music's in the game. So yeah, this has got some funny things on. So
Take the second exit.
one of the places in Germany that I did a delivery on my first series, there was a nightclub that I drove past, and it was excellent.
Exit now.
Hot air balloons really don't appeal to me, but fair play. Yeah, I was invited up on one years ago, but yeah, I just didn't want to. Yeah, so where I've got that mod where I can drive off the map, you can actually find some pretty good places to park up. So if you're thinking about doing a series, definitely look that mod up, because it means that you don't have to stick to the base map. And these things that I'm going over now, they're the expansion things. So in a previous episode,
At the roundabout,
I
second exit.
parked up underneath a bridge, and that's what makes all the noise. So lorries and even cars going over them, it makes a hell of a lot of noise. Wait, we're not delivering to Toyota. No. Oh, this physics mod is crap.
At the roundabout, take the third exit.
That's why I'm not listing the mods yet, because I want to get them all sorted so that people don't waste their time with crappy mods.
Exit now.
Right, so in here.
Turn right.
Okay, hogging the road a little bit. And let's see if we can see where they want it. Okay. Hopefully I don't use that forklift to unload it, so I don't know why I'd be backing up to a
You have arrived at your destination.
RDC place, but yeah, it's not fully realistic, is it? Okay. Right. Yeah, I was expecting to go to a car dealer with this, but yeah, it's just how it works. Okay, that'll do. Right. Engine off. I think the handbrake was already on. And get rid of it. Right, so there's a few trailers here. We'll have a look through. See what they've got. Okay, so current company job offers. Chewing gums. It's not much money, 30 per mile, so we can always come back. Let's have a look at the job market quickly. And we're roughly there. Same cars that we just bought. I am actually thinking about doing this one. Yeah, let's go back London direction, because we might be buying our truck soon, so we'll need to get this one back to our depot for realism. So we'll select that. And let's go. We will be coming back out to, yeah, Europe. Well, you know what I mean. Back overseas. But because I'm going to be buying that truck soon, might as well just start heading back. And it's another used truck as well, so it's not mega money. Alright, buy Mercs.
Turn left.
Yeah, so I did know a lorry driver who used to be a car transporter, and he got done over overnight. So a van pulled up,
At the roundabout,
and
exit.
yeah, obviously you have all the car keys. Right, ignore the physics. You have all the car keys for the vehicles that you're moving.
Roundabout, take the first exit.
And he woke up to 3 blokes in his cab, and yeah, they were demanding the keys.
Now.
They took his mobile phone, the truck keys, well, both his mobile phones, and a few other bits. And they said that if he calls the police... No, he said that someone's waiting around until all the cars are gone, and if the police are called, he's going to get, well, yeah, hurt. So he just had to sit there in silence for half an hour, and he was watching the clock tick on his dash. And then because he had been beaten up a little bit, he was all like, yeah, bloodied up and beaten. And he didn't have a way of phoning anyone, so he was walking down the road trying to flag people down. And he was wondering why none of them were stopping. He would have looked drunk because he was hobbling and, yeah, had all blood and everything. But, yeah, he'd just been done over at night. Horrendous. Yeah, that music's coming from in there. I thought it was a car, but it's coming from over there. Yeah, I felt really sorry for him, and it gave him a phobia. But then after that, the company that he worked for, so I'm not going to say what company it was, but the company he worked for made it so that you weren't even allowed to take your 45-minute breaks in lay-bys. I probably should have got fuel, but that's alright, we'll be able to find somewhere. Bugger it. Yeah, they can be dangerous. And someone else I worked with, so does it show on? Oh, I can't really see. He used to ratchet strap his doors together because, yeah, it's not difficult to break into a lorry. But yeah, so at night time he used to ratchet strap from one door handle to the other. But if his truck was on fire, he would have been screwed.
Straight on. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Too fast, Johnny. Well, we haven't got a trailer, so I'll leave him fifth.
Exit now.
Okay.
Turn left. Turn left.
Okay, so in here then, is it?
You have arrived at your destination.
We hit the gate. Does Johnny need a break? Right. Yep, that's the one, and we'll probably just take it as is. Yeah, that'll be alright. Okay. Right, where is it? There. Yeah, I used to actually like sleeping in lay-bys because, yeah, if, when you're in a lorry, they sway around a lot when vehicles go past. So, not necessarily only, other lorries, but every time a lorry goes past, it rocks the cab, depending on how close you are to the road. And when I first became a lorry driver, someone said to me, don't park in lay-bys unless you're far away from the road, like unless it's a little bit away from the road. And he said the reason, I thought, and he said because you'll just be rocking around all night. He said the reason, I thought I quite like the idea of that. It's like being on a boat. Well, I know that was a stop sign, but Malcolm won't care. Was that Malcolm?
Take the first exit. Exit now.
Yeah, the rocking and the night heater coming on and going off all night.
Right.
I did make a terrible mistake once. Something ham. I was delivering to BMW or Jaguar or somewhere like that. And it's a big industrial estate and a load of boy racers turned up, didn't they? So I was right near a roundabout. And yeah, they were just accelerating full throttle from the roundabout all night, and I couldn't move because would have upset the tacho. So I just had to listen to engines revving out all night. Great. Is it Ham Hill? Can't remember. Right. More toll. Go through telepass. Already I've forgotten what we're taking, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what's in the back.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn right.
Okay. Right, hope for the best. Perfect. Oh no, frame rate drop. So, I used to see these lorries in real life. I don't know where they're based, but I used to see these lorries in front. And I always used to think Poundland from a distance. And then as I got up closer, I used to think Poshland for some reason. So I always used to think of Harrods when I saw them lorries. And then I couldn't unsee it. There's also a company, I can't remember what it was, but it looked like it was a really adult emoji. But it wasn't. It was completely innocent. But yeah, they really should have thought things through. From a certain angle, like from a certain perspective, it looked absolutely horrendous. Okay, 12 quid. Yeah, if I can remember what that company was, I'll pop it on the Discord and try to move the image so that it's the perspective that I mean. It was terrible, absolutely atrocious. Right, I'll see you later, Harrods. Right, let's put cruise control on. I don't think it tells us when cruise control is actually on. Maybe this wouldn't have cruise control. Don't know. Right, so we are going to need sleep at some point. But we've got plenty of time, so yeah, we've got 14 hours of travelling to do. Oh no, we haven't. We've got 15 and a half. But we've got to get it there in 19 hours, so that's alright. Yeah, whenever there was a timed delivery, so whenever it was time critical, everything used to go wrong, and it wasn't just for me. For everyone that worked for that company, it was a nightmare.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Yeah, road shut. Yeah, horrendous accidents. And like, I liked all the planners there as well. They were all like really nice people. But yeah, like making that phone call saying like, yeah, I've been rerouted, and it's saying that it's gonna be an extra 3 hours. And knowing that, because I didn't have to speak to the client, they did. Knowing that they'd have to make that call to the client on a time critical job. And what made it worse was it always seemed to happen when we had brand new clients as well. So people kind of testing out the service, and then it looks like we're crap. So there was a truck stop once that I had to meet another lorry driver in. What is that up in the sky? Is it birds? It looks really weird. Yeah, I had to meet another truck driver, and it wasn't anything to do with Eddie Stobart, but it was right next door to an Eddie Stobart RDC or whatever. No, not keep right. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh yeah, it is, look. There we go. And yeah, it was right next door to one, so no link to Eddie Stobart whatsoever. But basically, we had to swap loads over. So yeah, like I was empty or full and he was empty or full, and we had to yeah, put it all across. Oh, so we're going on the ferry back. Nice. And yeah, so we were doing that. We got 2 spaces next to each other and we were moving stuff across. It wasn't a massive load, but security came over and told us that we weren't allowed to do it, and it was time critical. And I said, all right, then, mate, we'll move. And I thought, we've got no option but to do this now because, yeah, there was nowhere else really for us to go. So we waited until it gone out of shot. And I said, let's just get it done, like, quick as you like. So we started doing it again, and he started walking. He obviously saw us on camera. Started walking over. And I said to him, like, we're in a situation where we've got to do this. What can you do? Like, please just let this go. And I was thinking, what are you going to do? Are you going to call the police? But yeah, we managed to get it all sorted. But my goodness, the stress. Because I didn't like doing it, because obviously he's just trying to do his job. But I was trying to do mine as well. Right, so this is definitely different as well. So, yeah, they've reworked Calais. And my goodness, the amount of time I've spent at Calais just waiting. Oh. Sounds. I don't even know what Hilton is. Oh, hotel. Oh, Hilton Hotels. Okay. Right, where am I going? Up? I wouldn't have thought so. I've buggered this up, haven't I? Oh, we needed to be in that yellow marker. Okay, not to worry, I can fix it. Yeah, so lorries usually go at the bottom. Right. Because of weight.
Finding a new route.
No, don't worry about that. I'm sorting it out. I was hoping to actually drive onto the ferry, but you're obviously not allowed. Okay. Right, so lights off, engine off. Press enter. Okay, yep, that's all very good and everything, but can I skip it? Enter? Nope, can't skip it. Escape? Yes, you can. Right. Oh, I don't want to activate a flipping blue viewpoint. So we are meant to be driving on. Oh, tugboat. Right. On here then.
Rerouting.
Okay. Right, go, go, go. I'm not going to bother turning the engine off. Yep, 336. So you do get paid a little bit of money for routes that require you to go on the ferry or whatever. Come on now. Right, here we go. Yeah, this looks the same, and it's going to go weird at this bit, but it's just something that you have to accept. Ah, not too bad that time. So sometimes it like really bounces you around there for absolutely no reason. And yes, I should have done a check there, see whether there was anything coming. But as you've probably guessed, I'm dying for a break. So we'll pull out in front of that Heimer, or whatever it was. I'd love a camper van, but there's so much money. Even really old ones. So, yeah, just the other week, one popped up on eBay, and it was almost exactly the same age as me, so almost 36 years old, and it was £7,500. I mean, what is going on?
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I actually delivered some Heimer parts
Exit now.
in my lorry.
Continue straight on.
Old Audi in front of us. Right, London bound. In real life, there's a weird bit when you come out of Dover where you can turn off. So coming in this direction or going in this direction, you can turn off and go off the road a little bit. It's near here, and it's really bizarre. Your phone switches data to France. You have to go under I think it's the railway, but there's a scenic spot down there, so lots of people go down there because yeah, you can do like walk the White Cliffs. But yeah, it's just weird. I've never been down there in a lorry, just in a car. Right, so 1 hour 47 and we're at 28 minutes. Might have to bung it in some services. I know sheep, they were all very nicely aligned, weren't they? Had a Tudor houses down there. Yeah, if you're playing this, like, seriously and using a economy mod that yeah, makes it more difficult, it's probably worth finding out what's cheaper, the ferry or the Channel Tunnel. So I didn't have to do any of that, it was all booked for me, so I just turned up and looked pretty. But yeah, in real life obviously you'd look at the cost of everything. Rosas. Should probably go over.
Right.
Sorry, mate. Cutting you up. Yeah, sometimes the routing is weird on here. So sometimes if you're going from Kent to Essex, for some reason it puts you through the Blackwall Tunnel. which obviously you wouldn't do. You'd use a dart for crossing. So sometimes it's worth checking where it's actually sending you and just making up your own route. And obviously it does reroute you, so if you start heading towards somewhere else, it will sort it all out for you. So I can't remember where our depot is in London, but this feels right doing this, rather than going around a bit of the M25 first. Oh, all over the place. Oh, lovely Croydon. With that bloody roundabout. If you know, you know. Right. So, 31 minutes. We're so close, we might as well just quickly go and do this delivery.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Okay, go, go, go.
Exit now. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Little Saab. I like a Saab. Never owned one. I almost did. Right, here we go. Yeah, so I can't remember how long ago it was, but we had a storm in the UK at one point, and the Millennium Dome, my goodness, it's always been a bit of a joke. But yeah, the storm made some of the sides come up, and you know, like years ago when plastic bags were free and you'd always see one in a hedge or something, or in a tree, like stuck on a load of twigs or whatever, and it'd be all ripped up. That's what the Millennium Dome looked like. Yeah, bloody terrible. Yeah, just an old plastic bag just blowing around wherever it wants. Mind of its own. Right, 9 miles away. So I think that's going to be about a minute's time now. Come on.
Exit now.
Don't be an arse. Oh no, I just moved the pedals on the floor, so now they're crooked. Yeah, and playing this on an office chair really isn't good either. So when I press the pedals, I have to kind of hold myself so that the office chair doesn't slide around, because obviously it's on wheels. Yeah, one day I'll get a rig. But I just haven't got space or money for it at the moment. Beautiful sunset. But yeah, like I said, this game's pretty good to play on a controller as well, so I wouldn't recommend it for a keyboard like WASD driving. I definitely wouldn't recommend that, but a controller works well, so you don't have to spend lots of money, and then you can see whether you like it as well. Before you go full bore. That was something on the road. I don't know what it was. Okay. 2 minutes away. Come on, mate. 2 miles even. I'm in a rush. Need to end this episode. Oh, that's good. It's just about to start pissing it down in the UK as well.
Keep right, and then keep right. Keep right.
Babia. And a 406. They were good. Oh, yep, that was a fail. That was actually a crash. But I do need a brake. Right, and it's just up here.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
I think, yeah, we've been here before. It's yellow. So on the map there, if it's yellow, it means that you've been there. Little Kangoo. With its fog lights on.
Get ready to turn
My
right.
favourite.
Turn right.
Yeah, this is where we got the job from that went out to France, I think. Okay.
You have arrived at your destination.
That'll do. And yeah, we're going to need to sleep as well. Perfect. Okay. And engine off. Lights off. Share. Nice. Yeah, next to IKEA, that's right. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because I need to end the episode. Right, so thanks for joining me, everyone. I do really appreciate each and every view. And if you've liked this, please feel free to join me in the next one. So, cheers, everyone, and bye for now.
Platform 17 for the 1832 South Central service to Brighton, fast to East Croydon, then Red Hill